Hi everybody, welcome back, and today we're back into this worm farm starter kit. It hasn't really been closed. I closed it earlier on today. There's not much condensation in there. This cardboard is quite dry. Let's take a quick temperature reading. 84, not bad. So if you guys remember correctly, we had fed a very healthy dose of weeds from the garden into this bin. Again, there's an indentation here that goes down in the middle where that feeding zone was. The top layer is a little bit dry. I'm just gonna, so all the leaves have gone and we're just left with these roots. It's wet. There was that banana in the bottom there. The skin is still there, but the fruit is gone. But they've had pretty much all of that weed, and we're just left with the roots. That's amazing. They've really gone through it. There's a little bit of mushiness, nice moisture in the bottom there from those weeds. But these, I'm not really certain if I should leave them in or if these are going to be problematic for them to break down. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in there. Leave your comment down below and let me know what you think we should do with these. So let's just take these out for now while we're having a little rummage around. So all those little twigs are still here as well. Some mushiness from the leaves, but not much, in all honesty. Let's just see how these worms are getting on. Let's just give it a little fluff. The bin smells good though. The moisture is good. Let's just make sure that I don't have any. Couple of drops coming out of there. No worms over there. Where are all the worms? They're all over here. You can definitely see more juvenile worms in here now, which tells me that these guys are breeding well. There's a couple here in this little section here as well. Let's just give it a proper fluff. Out from all these weeds. I'm not certain what I'm going to do with these little twigs. What I found from leaves in the past, when I put the twigs in, it just takes forever for them to break down. So I have found myself just picking them out over time. And just discarding them. But greenery like this I'll probably put back in. They'll go through that. But I'm just wondering what to do with these roots, because they're quite fibrous. Anyway, that's a decision for another 5 minutes away. The worms are looking good though. This week we're going to feed them something a little bit different. So over the last few feeds, they've had textured vegetable protein, they have had weeds, they have had, what else these guys had? All weird and wonderful things. Celery. And they've definitely devoured everything. This week, I've got a little baggie. I took it out of the freezer earlier on and it started to leak through the bag. But I'm going to show you this. Where's that cardboard? So the cardboard that was on the bottom of this has completely gone as well. They've eaten through that. Unless I moved it somewhere and I didn't see. Did you guys see any of the cardboard there? Oh, maybe here, that's it there. That's the indicator for our feeding zone in the middle. So I'm going to definitely use this again, because I know they're going to start breaking this down and eating this as well now. So let's get rid of these worms on the side. There we go. A few over here. Put that cardboard down. Look how big worms underneath, it's not a problem. So yeah, the first thing I want to discuss is not these. I'll tell you what these are in a second, but you're not going to believe me. But this stuff here, this is a mixture of beetroot and nuts and seeds, mostly seeds, for a beetroot flatbread. So for like beetroot wraps, you dehydrate them, and it was just mixed with carrots, sweet potato, beetroot, flaxseed, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, and usually comes out really well, and it's with tapioca flour as well. However, I was sick. This must have been about 6 months ago. I might have had, or maybe 5 months ago, I had COVID, and my wife, bless her, she attempted to make the wraps and she completely messed up the mixture, and they didn't bond well, and whatever was left over, I put it in the freezer and forgotten about it. So I've been thinking about what to do with this beetroot that's been in this freezer for all these months, and lo and behold, I thought, why not feed it to the worms? So the second thing I'd put in there, and this is going to really maybe weird you out, this is vegan shrimp that I was playing around with. As you guys know, maybe you don't if you've not watched my other videos, but I have a plant-based food business called Bare Foods, and we make plant-based proteins. And one of the things that I do is I experiment. Obviously, I play around with food and different ingredients, and I had successfully made shrimp years ago using algae and sodium, calcium chloride, and whatever else. It was just an accidental discovery, and I'd used beetroot powder to get colouring and so on, and it actually came out really, really well. And I've been trying easier methods for mass production that's natural and healthy, and these were a couple of the attempts, and they were okay, but the ingredients of this will weird you out. It's like konjac root, again, it's algae, it's seaweed flavoring, which I make myself, and yeah, they actually tasted fine. You can cook them up. They don't look great now, but when they were fresh, they looked amazing. You could batter them and do tempura and so on. So I'm actually interested. It's kind of got a rubbery shrimp-like texture, and when they're cooked, they're amazing. You can put them in pastas and God knows what else, but I couldn't get them to form without the proper equipment, and for that equipment, it's like $4 million from Japan. I don't have $4 million, unfortunately, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I just thought, I've got loads of this stuff in the freezer, maybe a couple of kilos worth. So I thought it'd be interesting to see if these guys will eat these shrimps. I have no idea. It's all natural, it's all plant-based. The konjac root and guar gum and xanthan gum and all that stuff that's in here has been solidified since it's been steamed, so which gives it that rubbery sort of effect. So it's going to be interesting to see if they make a go of it or not. So that's really it. I'm not going to add any carbon to this at the moment. It's still doing fine. I probably will add, that beetroot was quite wet. I probably will add some cardboard into this in the next feed, but for the time being, I mean, there's still cardboard and God knows what else. Even if I don't give it cardboard, I'll probably give it some leaves. So yeah, I'm definitely going to put this, let me just put this back, sorry. I always do that, I put stuff on the side and then I forget to put it back on again. I'm definitely going to put back that banana stem because I know they like that. It's their little playground. I think it's too soon to be pulling this apart yet. So I'm just going to give that a nice little cover. And this for me actually is probably I know they'll eat the beetroot, they'll smash through that, that's no problem. But that vegan shrimp, that for me is really key. I'd be really interested to see if they eat that and how they get on with it. And if they don't touch it, then I don't know what I'll do. Well, I'll probably just remove it, but it'll be interesting to see if they do eat it. And that's it. Quick video, not too much lollygagging. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. You know, I always like to see your comments below, so do that. Show your boy some love, ring that notification bell, and I'll hope to see you guys again soon. Be good, big love as always.